Never cut towards his felt. There it is. Yeah, so the wire's on there. I think he wired it this year. Got one wrapping around there. I think he'll be more than happy in the corner of the garden. Hi, it's Xavier, and I'm in my bonsai retreat. I'm actually outside my back door and outside Kat's front door. Isn't that amazing? Yep, I've got a lovely little trident that I'm just doing a little bit of work on, just cutting it back a little bit. I wasn't going to go into much detail on it, but as I was doing this, I suddenly heard a knocking at the door. Now, I don't normally do unboxing videos, but I saw who it was from, Jason of the Bonsai Garden, and I thought, oh no, I've been making fun of him because of a certain thing he promised me once, and hopefully he hasn't been so guilt-laden that he's actually gone ahead and done it. So, should we put this trident to one side? It's a box, and we're living in a box, a cardboard box. Go on then, name the group or the song. This is my my trusty mail knife. What's the bet? I give myself a nasty wound. Never cut towards his felt. And if you do, make sure you avoid the major arteries. It's a very fragile live plant. Any plant that comes to me is going to be fragile. If it isn't when it starts off, it will be by the end of it. He's got headed paper. That's not fair. I hope this reaches you in one piece and doesn't disappear into the black hole that previous ones went into. All the best, Jason. And he has done a very, very clever 4-year-old smiley face. You're still there, Jason. He has. He's gone ahead and done it, hasn't he? I joke and joke and joke that I haven't got a black pine, and I think sometimes there's some people that are just far too generous, because I'm not a generous person. You all know I'm a selfish git. But I can see, if you look in there, things that be green. Enjoy them now, because they probably won't be green by the time I finish with it. So we first of all have to carefully get this out. And as you see, lots of green needles. There it is. Who knows? Anyway, there is my first proper black pine. Okay, well there we go. I'm going to go pot that up now, because give or take a week we are in potting up time. Yeah, Jason, cheers, you're an absolute star, and I'm sure everyone from my channel already subscribed to yours, but if they're not, please give him a look. His link to his channel is in the description, and if you don't look, well, guess what? I'll put this in the drawer, because you recognise that watching my stuff is always more preferable to watching anyone else's. Oh, and if you hadn't guessed, all I do with this, you've seen me do it loads of times before, but whenever I take cuttings, I've got this, all I will do is in amongst the weeds, put it nice and deep. If it lives, it lives. If it doesn't, well, I suppose it doesn't. Got another one here. And this is what I've learned over the years. For all the techniques in the world, ultimately, sometimes I think it's just down to luck. And sometimes things just root in the wildest of places. It's almost like Mother Nature intended it that way. Very clever person, Mother Nature, if I can say that. They're looking nice. Getting nice new shoots coming from these sycamores. Another one at the back here which you can't see, so let's get a nice thick trunk on it actually. Lots of roots buried down there. I can't even move that hazel. Anyway. Okay, so we're over in the potting area of the garden. I'm not worried about where all the stuff is right now, although we have got 1, 2, 3, 4 coming from the same point. Probably something I'll look at relatively soon, but not now. I just want to get it out of this. Literally very, very muddy root growth. That's absolutely useless. That would never get through the winter if I left it like that. So I will be putting into this mix here, which is a combination of pumice and Kaizen, which, as you know, I am slowly switching over. And actually, heads up, Alex Braunton and I, more Alex than I, have been looking into getting some zeolite and some pumice, like a pallet load. And fingers crossed, we may well have that over here just after Christmas. So who knows? We may actually be selling some soils. But soils ain't soils, soul. That goes back to an old video, and also goes back to an Australian video, but we won't go there again. Anyway, so this Japanese black pine, the first of its kind for this garden, I am literally just going to take off weeds. Yeah, so wire's on there. I think he wired it this year. It's like the silver wire. I'm sure it's jewelry making wire. I don't want to take loads of the soil off, he says. As Susan says, every time I say I'm not going to do any major pruning or that, you know that's normally a precursor to major pruning. I just want to make sure we've got the weeds out. We've got some bigger just get rid of those. Got one wrapping around there. This great big stub there, don't want that. It's a lovely little tree. Don't know. Never dealt with them. That's a funny wire though. I wonder if it's because it's cheaper, I'm not sure. Okay, well that was a bit of palaver. In the end I have found a slightly bigger pond basket which I'm going to use. And that's fine. That's just what I want. Now, as I say, I haven't actually gone into what they would call the sheen, which is the bit that's directly under the base of the tree, because I'm hoping if there is any sort of beneficial fungus there or whatever, it'll still be there. That little branch is going to come off, I have a feeling, but okay, so safely repotted. Not a very exciting video, but you know, here we are in the first week of September. You know, Japanese black pine ordered off online, courtesy of Jason, and just say there's nothing wrong with you certainly repotting it. And when you get things, they often send you in a very small soil pile that's peat, and you don't want to sit in that over winter, so there's nothing wrong with you potting it up. And you know, I'm definitely going towards the pond basket route, so that's the way I'd recommend. And this, I think it'll be more than happy in the corner of the garden. I'll leave it, I'll look at it next year, I'll be heavily fertilizing it, and I'll be letting it grow. And then some point next year I'll probably make a decision about removing one of those. I'm probably going to remove it. In fact, you know what? Okay, so now we've only got two from that point, one from up there. Much better. And I could play with wire all I like, but right now I want that to establish in the pond basket. Really excited about it. It's always nice to have a different species, something you're not used to, and something that's very different from the workings of other pines. This is what we call a double flush, although in this country it may struggle to get that second flush because you just don't have the heat and you don't have the length of days to to give it time to go for that second flush. But hey, I'm going to try and treat it just like that, but more of that in a future video. So, is it going to be better now that it's out of that little thin saucer? Most definitely, and that was the aim of today's video. All the best and happy bonsaiing. God bless. Cheers.